Hey guys, thanks so much for visiting the Lion RC YouTube channel. Before we get started, I'd ask you to please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you can be notified anytime we post a new video. Today's video, we're going to be talking about our new frame, the Lion RC Ranger LR4. Stay tuned. So what we wanted to do here was actually take the low GoPro style mount that's typically only available on a 7-inch style drone and scale that down to a 4-inch size frame so you have something that's really versatile, easy to travel with, and a lot of fun to fly. So we've made the Ranger LR4, which is capable of holding a naked GoPro 6, 7, and 8 in the front, or a Caddx Peanut, or an Instago 2, and all those TPU parts are included in every single kit. So no matter which camera you've got, you're ready to go and fly on this one. So let's go ahead and jump into some of the specs. The first part is it has a solid carbon 2.5 millimeter bottom plate, and then a 1.5 millimeter solid top plate. And what we've done is make it really easy to build. So you can use a total of 6 standoffs when you're building it, or you can use as few as 4, which is how I have this one configured right here. On this one, I've actually got only 5 standoffs installed, but we've made it really versatile. So in the front, you have a 25 by 25 millimeter AIO stack mounting options. You've also got 20 by 20 and 16 by 16. And in the back, you have 20 by 20 for a Vista or a stack if you wanted to put the VTX in the front. And you also have a 16 by 16 stack mounting option in the rear as well. For the motors, you can use a wide variety of sizes. I'm using 1504s on this one and 1404s on the other one, but we've included adjustable motor mounts, so you can put up to 12 millimeter bolt pattern for the motors. So any kind of different size motor you might have, there's a lot of variety for mounting them. And then in the front, what we've done is included a peg mount, which attaches to a TPU printed HD cam and then your FPV cam mount. So you have a lot of flexibility to adjust the angle. You can go really slow or you can go fast. I've actually gotten this one up to 65 miles per hour, which is pretty incredible for a 4-inch frame. And then if we move to the back, what we've got here is an all-in-one sort of GPS crossfire mount. So the crossfire Mortal T goes below, and then any GPS that's the same form factor as a BN180 will fit in the GPS mount. And then right above it, we also have the antenna mount for a regular Vista antenna, or you can get the extended Vista antenna, which is a fantastic antenna. But we also have an easy removal system back here, so you can lay it flat for travel. So it simply just pops into the slotted rear antenna holder, and then you just go ahead and slide it down, and you're good to go. And on the top, what we've done is included a strap holder so your battery strap doesn't flap around all over the place and fall out of the frame every time you're swapping batteries. Let's go ahead and check out some flight footage. Okay, so on this flight, I had it set up with the Range V1 4S 2600 milliamp lithium ion pack. And as you can see, it's just smooth like any other long range flight. We're just sort of cruising out. The goal of this flight was to see how far I could push it, and I ended up going about 3 miles. But one thing that I want to show you here, and I'll just fast forward to it, is when we started approaching the mountain, there was probably 25 to 30 mile an hour winds coming off the top of the mountain in sporadic gusts, and it ended up just dropping our speed like crazy. I think I was going like 15 miles per hour, and it didn't even look like I was moving for a period of time. So I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward to that so you can see what it looks like. That's me jumping over some power lines that I didn't see until the last minute. So we're approaching the mountain, and this is with a naked GoPro 8, by the way. So right here you can see we're really getting buffeted by those winds coming off. And if you look really closely, you can see a little bit of jitter in the footage. Some of the concerns that we've heard from people when they've seen this frame, they haven't flown it, but they see it online. They say that the 2.5 millimeter bottom plate could cause it to be really difficult to tune. But in our experience, even with just a stock Betaflight tune, it flies really well. Just like any quad, you're going to have to do a little bit of tuning, but in our experience, we've found that you just get a little bit of filter tuning in there, make sure your motors are running nice and smooth with a clean signal, and everything else. I mean, even on the stock PIDs, it flies great. So I'm just going to jump over to some more action-oriented kind of low-flying shots so you can see what the camera is actually capable of. So this is the kind of footage that I really love capturing with this frame. You can get super low, and no matter how low you're getting, you can always know that the HD camera is actually capturing lower than what you're seeing in the goggles. So it's just this really cool, even though it's a little bit lower, it just sort of adds a little bit more of a dynamic shot to the flight. This is actually a really cool part of this flight right now. I come around and go sort of over the shoreline, and I'm actually flying, or at least the HD camera is filming just with the height of some of the rocks that are sitting on the beach. All right, guys, so what'd you think? Pretty cool? I like it a lot. I think it's a really cool frame just because it has a really unique aspect to it. It's a little bit different than the typical frames that we're used to flying, and it's really light, easy to travel with, small. It doesn't scare people when you take off like those 5 and 7 inch size freestyle drones, so you can pretty much fly it anywhere. And I would really like to invite you to go and pick one up at lionrc.com and tell us what you think, and share the footage that you capture with it. Thanks so much for watching, and again, please subscribe and check the bell notification icon so you can get notified when we make new videos. Thanks again.